Okay, you may not understand why in the world I'm going to deal with homophone, homograph, and homonym, but you'll need to understand that these terms play an absolute integral key component in the language and the communication aspects of the mystery religions. This stuff is in your face all around you in everyday society and advertisement and communication. And we just take it for granted, don't think too much about it, and say, well, that's just the way the English language is. Well, to a certain degree, yes, it's harmless, but it's a way of communicating and deceiving the masses on a much broader scale. So let's have a look here. These three terms designate words that are identical in pronunciation, spelling, or both, while differing in meaning and often in origin. Homophones are different words that sound alike, whether or not they are spelled alike. The following are examples of homophones because they sound exactly the same, even though each is spelled differently. Pear, as in a fruit. Pear, as in to cut off, like cut the skin off. Or pair, as in two of a kind, a pair of shoes. However, the following are examples of homophones that not only sound alike, but are also spelled alike. Bear, as in to carry or support. Bear, as in an animal. Homographs. Homographs are words that are spelled the same, but may or may not have the same pronunciation. The following homograph examples are spelled and pronounced the same way. Sound, as in a noise. Sound, as in your health. Or sound, as in a body of water. However, words with the same spelling but different pronunciation are also homographs. The following are examples of words which are spelled identically yet have a different meaning. Okay? Now these are ones that sound different when they're pronounced. Row, as in a line of cars at a row. Or a row, which is to fight. It's pronounced R-O-U, but it's spelled R-O-W. Okay? Or sewer, as in a conduit for waste, and a sewer, a person who sews. It's spelled S-E-W-E-R, but it's pronounced S-O-U-W-E-R, sewer. Get it? Okay. Homonyms or homonyms are either a synonym for a homophone or a name for a word that is at the same time a homophone and a homograph, as in bear and sound. Now, all this it can be very, very confusing, and it's that way on purpose. Go back through, look at these, and think about it, what I'm trying to tell you on this stuff, okay? Both homophones and homographs focus on sound first, then on spelling. However, the more familiar word homonym is an all-inclusive term that describes not only words that are both homophonic and homophonic and homographic, but also words that are either one or the other. Again, these terms are so subtle. When someone says something, you may think they're talking about something else. But in your mind, okay, this is what they said, this is what I'm going to take action on. And that's not what they meant at all. So this happens in our legal system. If you don't understand the language of quote, legalese that the courts and the lawyers speak, you're lost. A judge sits on the bench. A bench is another word for a bank. Okay? It goes back to Black's Law Dictionary and other things. But it's all about how to manipulate and intimidate society, how to control the masses. So this one was a shorter one. I'm going to throw, I think I think two more, maybe three more in this series, but before I get into the meat and potatoes. So, again, as always, well, nope, I forgot about that. Let's go through these other ones. Etymology. Now think about this. This has nothing to do with the homonym, homograph, or homophone, but this goes back to how words are used and how we use them. Okay, etymology comes from the word etym, means in the true sense, plus logia, to study. So etymology is to study the true sense, the root of a word. Does that make sense? Okay, let's look at another one here. Compare. Compare. Okay? Like you want to take your right shoe and your left shoe and you put them together side by side and you look at them. You come together and you pair. Okay? Repair does not mean necessarily that it's broken. It just means again or with the pair. Repair them. Again, bring them together to pair. Let's look at another one. Damage means to ruin in time. Dam plus age, damage means to ruin in time. If you have a brand new car and it's rolled off the assembly line and 1 hour later somebody runs into it and destroys it, in time it was ruined. Do you get it? Let's look at another one. Refresh. Re again. Plus fresh. Refresh. Make it fresh again. And this is a good one. Government. Govern means to control, and ment means mind. A lot of these words are interchangeable in Greek and Latin. Now, some of them are out of other languages, Hebrew and others, but the biggest crux that I find in these have to do with Latin and Greek. But nonetheless, I'm going to wrap it up with that. We'll go from there. So, as always, remember, always think Jesus.